Hello and welcome to the third edition of the Sea Dogs Update. I'm your host, Dan Atchison. On this week's installment, we'll take you behind the scenes of the Portland Sea Dogs Media Relations Department. We'll tell you about an amazing initiative that our own Slugger the Sea Dog is heading up. And finally, we'll touch second base and take a peek at another up-and-comer headed to Hadlock. All right here, right now, on the Sea Dogs Update. Now, in minor league baseball, it's common for the members of the front office to wear many hats. It's no different for Chris Cameron. He's an assistant general manager here with the Sea Dogs, as well as the director of media relations. We were lucky enough to sit down with Chris and talk about his life in a minor league front office. Chris, thanks for taking some time out of your busy schedule this week to sit down with us here on the Sea Dogs Update. We appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. We're excited about the upcoming season, and we're going to be ready to go pretty soon.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great year, and it's been a great career so far for you. You've really worked your way up through minor league baseball, and you've been lucky to do so here with the Portland Sea Dogs. Can you just talk about your career in a minor league front office so far?
Yeah, well, it started back in 1996 when I was attending college, and saw that the Sea Dogs were looking for some part-time seasonal help and holding a job fair, so I attended that and got a job working in concessions, literally pouring sodas, selling hot dogs. Loved every minute of it, just going to the ballpark, getting paid to be there. The atmosphere was incredible, and you know, now 18 years later, or whatever it is, still with the Sea Dogs organization, and I tell people it's proof that you can start at the absolute very bottom of an organization and work your way up to the top.
What goes into the daily work as the director of media relations, and then what additional responsibilities come into play when you get the AGM title?
Yeah, well, one of the fun things about minor league sports is we all wear many hats. So even though I'm the media relations director, I do a little bit of everything. But as the media relations director, some of my duties include coordinating all the player interviews with the media, writing the press releases, making sure the public knows what's going on at the ballpark, whether it's games or promotions, how players are performing. It's also maintaining the website, our social media sites. And it's a lot of fun, and interacting with the players is a good part of it, and making sure that they get out in the community and do a lot of community appearances. So it's a real joy, and I'm very fortunate to be able to get up every morning and enjoy going to work and having a ballpark for an office.
You mentioned 18 years, 18 years, however long it's been. A lot of exciting times here at Hadlock Field and with the Portland Sea Dogs. What is one day or maybe a season, one particular moment that really sticks out for you?
Oh yeah, there's so many that have happened over the years. Probably my favorite all-time moment is obviously winning the 2006 Eastern League Championship. That was a thrill of a lifetime to be here for the Sea Dogs' first championship. And at the time, my brother worked for the organization, and we were both on the field together when the Sea Dogs won it, and that was a special time. But other key moments over the years, the day that we became a Red Sox affiliate. Obviously being a lifetime Red Sox fan, that was a pretty big moment.
What is the one piece of advice, if you had to give it to a class of 300, what is one piece of advice that you would give to that class?
Yeah, well, it's a highly competitive industry, and sometimes it's who you know rather than what you know. So you need to go out there and make as many contacts in this industry as you possibly can. So go out and job shadow, or just do some informational interviews. Make the connections with the people working in the sports industry, because you never know when something's going to pop up and they're going to be able to help you with the job or direct you towards an opening in another organization. So the networking and the connections are a huge part of this industry.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. It's been a pleasure to have you here on the Sea Dogs Update.
Thanks, Dan. It's been a pleasure being here, and look forward to opening day.
Thanks again to Chris for sitting down with us here on the Sea Dogs Update. It's now time for us to transition from the front office to the promotional spotlight of the show. This week it was announced that in honor of turning 20 years old, our own Slugger the Sea Dog, baseball's most beloved mascot, will embark on a 114-mile journey from Fenway Park to Hadlock Field in hopes of raising money and awareness for Tourette syndrome. His longtime trainer Justin LeBlanc spoke at a press conference earlier in the week.
Several years ago, my youngest son Theo, who's here today, was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome. Up until that point in time, Tourette's in my life was just the punchline to a bad joke. I've since come to realize that it's anything but a joke, It is a serious inherited neurobiological condition that manifests itself with sudden and uncontrollable movements or vocalizations known as tics. And it affects thousands of kids right here in Maine. So we really wanted to partner up together to join forces with Slugger and do something that could raise some money for Tourette's and raise some awareness. We will walk home to Hadlock Field to the best fans in baseball. Yeah, walking. Walking. It's official. We're walking. We've got it. We're going to need some training.
For more information on how to donate and support Justin and Slugger through their trek, visit seadogs.com. From one charitable event to another, we now remind you of the Portland Sea Dogs Welcome Back Dinner to benefit the Opportunity Alliance. The dinner is set for 5:30 on Tuesday, April 1st over at the Portland Expo building next to Hadlock Field. Enjoy a ballpark-style dinner, mingling with the 2014 Sea Dogs, and of course, eating Sea Dog biscuits. Tickets are still $20 for adults and $15 for children 14 and under. You can get those tickets today by visiting opportunityalliance.org or by calling 207-874-1175. And finally today, it's time to head for second in this week's Prospect Profile and talk about Mookie Betts, who is almost a lock to be Portland's second baseman on opening day. Betts is coming off a breakout season where he shattered every personal record on his way to becoming the Red Sox minor league Offensive Player of the Year. The Tennessee native is ranked as the number 7 prospect in the Red Sox system, 75th overall in baseball, and was tabbed the best athlete in the Red Sox system as well by Baseball America. So there you have it, another look at a stud infielder set to roam the right side of Hadlock this season. Now don't forget, the Sea Dogs open up the 2014 season with a 7-game road trip beginning April 3rd, and they return home to make their home debut April 10th at 6 p.m. against the New Britain Rockcats, the AA affiliate of the Minnesota Twins. You can lock in your seat today by calling the Sea Dogs ticket office at 207-879-9500 or by visiting seadogs.com. That will do it for the third installment of the Sea Dogs Update. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Dan Atchison, and don't forget, this is the place to keep up to speed with your hometown dogs all season long.